with better and better AI models, would you pick that?
Yeah.
So you're aligning with what we did. High five.
Right. I also remember 15 years ago when
What is wrong with you? Guys, something is very wrong with David Baszucki, and I think I know what it is. If you don't know who David Baszucki is, I got you. In addition to being a Tim Cook doppelganger, he is also the billionaire co-founder and CEO of Roblox. He's also a brilliant public speaker, as evidenced by this 2018 speech here.
Roblox is a platform where people do things together in user-created 3D spaces.
So descriptive. Well done. Now that you know who he is, let me tell you what he's done lately. He's been on sort of a media blitz over the last year, with increasingly defensive and out of touch interviews with every media organization you can imagine. It started here in March when confronted with parents who are worried about their children being on Roblox. He simply said, "My first message is, if you're not comfortable, don't let your kids on Roblox." Now, if you saw my previous video on the AI age verification and what it's going to do to communication on Roblox, this line particularly stands out. Asked to describe Roblox in 3 words, he replies, "The future of communication." If you watched my video, the future of communication apparently is silence. Also, that's 4 words.
You stupid.
Fast forward to August, and he did another interview where he revealed that Roblox reportedly plans to introduce a dating feature for ID-verified users aged 21 and older, allowing them to go on virtual dates that could lead to real-life connections.
Dude, back off.
He's talked about it before at the 2023 RDC, and it freaked everybody out. Now, 2 years later, again with the AI ID verification, 21 and older is actually an age group on that. And we'll get back to that with the most recent podcast interview. I feel like this video should have way more views than it does. 180K is not enough. People really need to see who the CEO of Roblox is and why we need a new one. I'm gonna jump through this interview because it is 38 minutes long and find the juiciest bits, but I suggest all of you guys watch it. I'll put a link to it in the description. Most of this interview is about child safety and how countries and states are suing and banning Roblox left and right, and what the company is actually doing to address those concerns. And, well, apparently it got tense.
Dave Baszucki, welcome to Hard Fork.
It is great to be here. Thank you.
All right, he looks excited.
You have joined us today
This
to
will
talk about this
change.
new age gating policy that Roblox
Straight
is rolling
into
out
it.
to protect kids. And I think we should start by just talking about the scope of the problem here. What has led you to this point, and how do you think of the problem of predators on Roblox?
We think of it not necessarily just as a problem, but an opportunity as well.
So I think this is actually, I can't even believe that the interview started there. That was the first quote. I mean, he's been on for about 20 seconds and he's already made one of the worst gaffes I could imagine. And this goes back to what I was saying before with the 21 plus. They've used that as a category with the AI ID verification. And this is what he's saying here is like, yeah, well, we know we have them on our platform. We know we have them. Let's separate everyone by ages, and then we can start selling dating on Roblox. We can turn predators into a monetization opportunity. I know he did say that it is a problem. He did say it's a problem. He acknowledged that it is a problem, but also an opportunity to make more money. Dude, out of touch. Completely missed what they were trying to say
We
here.
allow young people to build, communicate, and hang out together. How do we build the future of communication?
Yeah, and
at
there
the
that
same
is, again,
time?
the future
So
of communication.
we've been, I think,
Struggling to understand like exactly how many of your users are which ages. Like my impression from the outside
He's
as
gonna
a non-daily
say, I
active
guarantee
user
you,
of Roblox
he's
is
gonna
that
say
a
they're
lot of
older
kids who are
than they
9,
really
10,
are.
11, 12
Yes,
are
yes.
on the app. What is sort of the most popular age band
I
of
guarantee you
active
he's gonna
users
say,
on
you're gonna be
this is really
surprised.
interesting.
Yep,
and
I knew
I
it.
think this goes to what we've been saying for a while in that maybe for the last 5 to 10 years, people look at Roblox and say, well, these are kind of these primitive games and everyone on the platform is pretty young.
Yes, they
We've
are.
seen that migrate over the last 5
No, you
years
haven't.
from predominantly under 13 to now, I believe we recently said self-reported almost two-thirds over
Self-reported.
13.
So right there, again, self-reported. I'll tell you right now, parents tell their kids not to give out any personal information on YouTube. Do you think that they're going to report their actual age, their actual birthday? My birthday on Roblox isn't even the correct one. And this happens all over the internet. In fact, my biggest demographic here on YouTube is women aged 35 to 44. Yeah.
We can see those numbers growing and growing. Like fastest growing segments on Roblox are 21 and up. Right
Yeah,
now.
and just one more thing with that, actually, that I just thought of. When we see these huge player counts and see these games like Steal a Brain Rot and Grow a Garden blowing up as they are, a ton of the players are actually bots. Bot farms collecting items, getting things like pets and Grow a Garden or Brain Rots and Steal a Brain Rot so that they can go onto eBay and actually sell these things. So we're talking about tens or even hundreds of bots under a single user's control. Of course, they're going to put that they're 21 plus. They want access to all of the games. So these bot farms can actually skew those numbers because they're self-reported.
Fastest growing segments on Roblox are 21 and up right now.
Or at least people who say they're 21.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I think those numbers have a fair amount of current efficacy. We're obviously balancing those with the age estimation because we want
people
tighter
don't lie. Are you kidding me?
But just looking at the size of the cohorts and the growth rates, there's a fair amount of accuracy to that.
How confident are you that your systems can avoid that kind of
I think we have a lot of
jumped on him there.
here in that
What
we
are you talking
already
about
have other
opportunity
signals.
What do you mean?
That
What are you
maybe not as
about the other
reliable, but when
signals?
combined are very reliable. We also have the opportunity. This isn't just a one-time
I think
thing.
someone actually
Roblox,
coached him to say opportunity a lot.
You're holding a phone. In many cases, we can use signals from your phone or the camera to animate your face, for example. So this isn't kind of a one-stop shop thing.
So wait. Are you
possibly checking as we go? If we see weird signals, do another age check.
Wait, and I don't know what he's hinting at there, but like it makes it seem like he's hinting at if you're playing Roblox on your phone, they might randomly just turn on your camera and take a picture of you to see if you're really you. That sounds like a violation of privacy, man. I don't like the idea of kids being surveilled by Roblox on their phones.
When I read these lawsuits and these investigations into the company, it does not seem like predators are having that hard of a time getting around your filters.
Thank you.
You read the allegations and it's, people kind of, change a few keywords, a few letters here.
And they get them off platform, and then.
So I'm curious, what has made you so confident?
Yeah, I don't want to comment. I don't want to comment.
Don't talk over
We do see the chat logs of those, and we can see interesting and many times ways of people trying to.
Is that an opportunity?
I'd say. Many times people who are fairly sophisticated, and I'm not going to say all of them, many times kids who are over 13 who actually in any other app
they're
are
innovative.
Not running in a filtered situation.
Obviously.
Unfortunately, figuring out how to jump to some other platform
so easy.
where they can communicate unfiltered, where they can share images, all of it. It's one of the primary things we're doing is trying to keep people on our platform.
Yeah, you know why? Because the longer they're on your platform, the more money you make.
You mentioned sort of kids leaving the platform, and it does become clear in this lawsuits that Roblox is kind of, where predators go to find kids, but then they do
I would say in the lawsuit or the press, yes, I would categorically reject the actual description of what you're saying. But yes, what you might read in the news would portray it that way.
Dude, that's literally what happened.
This is a problem with predators on the platform.
I think we're doing an incredible job at innovating relative to the
this is
number
what
of
Schlepp's
people on our platform and the
whole
hours
channel is about.
In really leaning into the future of how this is going to work.
So let me ask the question about the other platforms, though, because I agree with you that this is not a story about one company. Like what we see is predators will come to a place like Roblox, then they try to get a child somewhere else. Like Discord is a platform that kind of comes up a lot.
You get it. He
Seems
gets
to me
it.
like you could probably stop a lot of abuse if you prevented those platform shifts from happening. So like what can you do in that regard? Like, in my mind,
I don't know what you can do.
Last year, activist fund and short seller Hindenburg Research came out with a report arguing,
this is crazy.
among other things, the Roblox was, quote, compromising child
This is an
safety
interesting
in order
response
to report
here.
growth to investors. One of the things they pointed to was that there had been a decline in your spending on trust and safety. You have denied that. Why? What did they have wrong?
So fun. let's keep going down this. And so first off, Hindenburg's no longer in existence, correct? So you should report
Bro.
on that.
Dude, what are you doing?
They went out of business. For
Who
some
cares?
reason. The other thing is, have you
Bro.
researched that information?
Oh, he's so smug. I want to
Because
slap
you're
him.
asking me about this.
Like,
I'm curious if you've done
dude.
your own research.
Look at that face. He knows that there are problems here. The smugness, the whataboutism, and turning the question back on the interviewers because he can't answer that question and refuses to answer the question. This is not someone you want in charge of a multi-billion-dollar company.
I have done some research
There you
about.
go.
And what's your take on that?
Well, I'm asking you.
Exactly.
So this is really interesting because I think we're diving into a situation
Yeah.
where we're
So you're
getting
gonna answer the
better,
question, right?
better. But would you ask the same situation of someone who converted from maybe hyper manual labor,
What are you
making
talking
cars
about?
by hand, to an assembly line? The assembly line might
He's talking about
be
AI.
infinitely better.
I know he's
and at
talking
the same
about
time
AI.
Not have so many people.
Right? Come on,
So
say it. Say
I
it.
think what they're referring to is moving more and more and
They're
more
referring to less
AI.
spending. I knew it. I told you he was going to say AI.
So just so I have the clear response, the argument is
Okay.
that
So his
shift
response
has been
is
from
shift
a
to
more
AI
manual
costs less than
safety
manual
team and
moderators.
system to a more
Yeah.
automated review process that may do a better job, even if it
Costs
costs less to operate.
guess that's
because-
kind of
Yeah,
how
I would
he answered
actually
it.
lean in
Yeah.
harder. The shift would be
Hate that.
constantly moving to higher quality, more accurate, and more diligent
Well,
systems. Can
I
we
mean-
review more? Can we do more better? And
Yeah, that
say,
would be-
say you and I, we're a system. What is the best way to review every single image going into Roblox at higher and higher quality?
More moderators.
And say we figured out the best way to do that
Say we
is
did.
to do it
Okay.
with better and better AI models. Would you pick that?
I mean, if it
Good.
were better,
so
yeah.
you're aligning with what we did. High five.
Oh my God.
But I've also
did you
been
just
covering
high
social
five?
net- networks.
Thank you for supporting. Thank you for supporting
What
our
are you- what are you-
Roblox decision matrix.
I also remember
I'm so glad
15
we're
years
on-
ago
I'm so
when
glad you guys are aligned with the way we won Roblox.
Right. I
High
also
five.
remember 15 years
Dude,
ago when
what
Mark
is
Zuckerberg
wrong
was
with you?
saying-
Is this a stealth interview where actually you love everything we're doing and you're here to stealthily support it?
We were told you wanted to come in and talk about your new age gating technology, so we,
Yeah.
we thought we'd get
I-
into
You
it.
let me just-
scheduled
let me
the
just-
interview, bro.
I totally buy what you're
Dude.
saying about using the best technology on the market to keep people safe.
And I want to highlight, I came here because I love your podcast and came to talk about everything. So if our PR people said, let's talk about age gating for an hour,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
up for it. But I love
No,
your
you're not.
I came here to talk about everything.
Got it.
Oh yeah, we're going
Oh,
to talk about
okay.
steal a brain rot too. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
part of
it's a
my
fun
plan
one.
here too. But
Yeah,
just
no,
to finish
let's-
the thought,
let's
like,
just not.
would you ever put a prediction market inside?
Oh,
of
yeah,
Roblox?
this.
Like let
This
kids
is
bet
okay,
with
and
their
this is the crux
Robux
of everything.
And say
Right
I
here.
bet he's
This
gonna
is
steal
why
a
he
Chung
makes
Chung
the
Chung
decisions he
Sahur.
makes.
Or I bet he's not going to dress to impress.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
would, I think we would have to do that. Once again, I'll share some of the complexity.
Yeah.
Every single
were like-
country in the world
He can't
has
even get that
different
they're joking.
legislation
Like-
around loot boxes and kid gambling.
Yeah.
And so we would have to be. It
They-
sounds
as
very
they
fun
should.
and obvious. Like I
That's-
love
Oh,
that.
to be
and-
clear, I think
No,
this is a horrible
it's-
idea.
exactly.
I was just interested
Bro.
if you were thinking about it.
And
I
he's like,
actually think
he's
it's
into
a
it.
brilliant idea if it can be done in an educational way that's legal.
Ugh. And the reason he says that, because he's talking about prediction markets, which are basically gambling on the outcome of anything. And in this case, they were comparing it to outcomes of certain Roblox games. The reason that he supports it and thinks it's a brilliant idea is because that would mean people are betting Robux on certain outcomes. And you know who makes money off of Robux? David Baszucki. Most of his net worth is tied up in Roblox stock. If the stock goes up, so does his bank account. And this is why I think that he is so out of touch, completely blinded by his wealth, and sees everything as an opportunity, even predators, as long as he thinks he can figure out a way to make money off of it. I think most of his ideas are absolutely terrible. As someone who's been on Roblox for over a decade now, I almost don't recognize this man. I'm not sure what broke in his brain over the last year, but Roblox needs new leadership now. And with Roblox stock down over 25% in the past month, I think a lot of people agree with me. Bye.